Craig's Gun Channel. We've got kind of a throwback today. It's an older firearm, so it's not an antique or anything, but it's probably about 25 years old, and it's not a real common firearm, but it's kind of interesting. So I thought we'd take it out to the range. It's the Grendel P30, and we'll go ahead and take it out to the range and see how it does.
Aw, just never enough bullets in these things.
So we took the Grendel P30 out to the range and took some shots downrange. Now, in all candor, we didn't shoot it a lot, and there's a reason for that. It is an older firearm. The magazines are plastic. Almost the whole gun is plastic, and it's old plastic. And honestly, I don't want to shoot it that much because I don't want to run the risk of breaking the magazine. The magazine is worth as much as the gun. All the magic takes place in the magazine is what makes the gun the gun it is, and it's a double stack or a quad stack magazine, 22 Magnum rimfire, and I think it's a hoot to shoot. It's I think it's a lot of fun. You have an awful lot of rounds capability wise. Now, we were only loading it up to 20 rounds there again because I didn't want to stress the magazine. It let it up there again. Plastic, and 25-year-old plastic at that. Those feed lips crack and it's a paperweight. So, of course, I don't know does it make any difference if you never shoot it.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So I guess I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I'll be honest, I was not expecting it to actually function that well. If you do some internet searching on these, they were notorious for having all kinds of jamming problems, feeding problems, not functioning right problems. Now, we only ran 2 magazines through it. I ran one and Steve ran one. Yeah, we didn't have any malfunctions.
No, I thought it shot really well.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it performed really, really well. Accuracy was not stellar.
Right, but you're a 22 mag out there playing with a lot of rounds. It's just a good time.
Yeah, it's just to go out and have fun shooting type of a gun. The sights are non-adjustable. Well, actually, that's entirely true. The front is adjustable slightly for windage. You can actually then the way that they controlled distance, you could replace the front blade with a taller or shorter one, or it's plastic. You can file it down if you needed it shorter. The rear sight is plastic molded into the slide. So it's not a target gun.
No, not at all.
It's an oddity type gun. I mean, it's just interesting. It's not a comfortable gun.
No, it's super bulky.
Yeah, it's bulky. It's like you're grabbing a 2x4.
Yeah, right. Or High Point.
Or you're gonna get them after the skin. It's just not it's not an ergonomic gun. I mean, it's it's a square, bulky grip. Now that's not to say it's like not manageable. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a it's 22 Magnum rimfire, but it's still, it's still rimfire. It's a light gun. It doesn't weigh hardly anything.
Right.
Again, mostly plastic. It's a lot of fun. I wish I would feel more comfortable shooting it more, because I think it'd be fun to just go out there and have a day of just plinking away.
Oh yeah, it'd be a good time, for sure.
So not a whole lot of use or utility for it at this point. It's just there again. It's just an interesting firearm. It's just one that's kind of fun. That's not really seen out there a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
So you have anything you want to add, or?
No, kind of something Luke Skywalker would use or something. I mean, it kind of gives the,
it's
kind of futuristic for the time it was made, I guess.
It's like retro futuristic.
Right, absolutely. I guess that's what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, because I mean, it's not futuristic by today's standards, but
right. But what 95, 94?
1990 to 1995 is when these were produced. At the time, they were, at the time, plastic being used in a gun was still something new.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Glockification of the firearms industry was just barely starting at that point. So the developer of this firearm was definitely ahead of the curve on that, and brought about a lot of the innovations that we see in firearms today, and it continues to do so. Grendel Firearms is no longer around. They closed up around 95. That's why the production stopped. About that same time, Keltec Industries started up. The person that runs Keltec, that started it, George Kellgren, is also the person who had Grendel incorporated. So it's the same guy, he just makes neat stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah, well, it's certainly cool, for sure.
Yep. So don't really have a whole lot more to say about it, so I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. I'll ask Steve one more time. Any other final words? Or?
Nah, I think I covered it pretty well.
Okay. Well,
not a whole lot to say. I mean, like I say, we only put a mag through it. So.
Yeah, not a lot to say. It's just one of those things that's just, kind of fun to go out and shoot, and we thought we'd show it to you. You're not going to run across these very often. I mean, I found this one in a gun show, and if you really look around, you'll find them here and there. They're not common. Because they're rare and older, they're not cheap, but they're not super expensive either. I would say you probably pay more for it than what it's worth. But it's, if that's what your hobby is, then more power to you.
Absolutely.
So I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. And so until next week, stay safe.